Shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakadas. Double honors and salutations to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. They're teaching real well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect and the 1/3 men, women, and children. Shalom. I want to start this video off with talking about the end of Edom. And the end of Edom is near upon us. And I don't want to make this too long, just straight to the point. And, this is for, everyone knows now who's Esau Edom, who is the so-called self-proclaimed Caucasian race. And their end is here. You can see it through the low birth rates, the opioids, their baby boomer generation is dying off. That's the biggest population of them, who is the baby boomers. And, first and foremost, us as Israelites, we must recognize that we went off with the Most High. We went off totally. So this was, nothing but a big whooping and a big old punishment. And he used Esau Edom to do it. Hey, job well done, Esau Edom. You've whooped us and you brought along the other heathen nations with you to also, rain terror on the Israelites, who are the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right? So we're going to go ahead and roll out these scriptures, because they can speak better than I can speak. And we're going to start with Revelation 13:10. He that leadeth to captivity shall go into captivity. He that killed with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Now, the saints are the Israelites. Those are his saints. You gotta remember now, this when the word of the Lord goes out through his men, it's possession. God of Israel. That's it just is what it is. The scripture tell you that. We all know what Esau was blessed with. And we can go through that at Genesis. Remember that word. He that killed with the sword must be killed with the sword. Right? Remember, that's how you read the Bible, precept upon precept. You just can't read this book verbatim and think that you got it. Right? And we're going to go to Genesis 27:39. Well, all right, we'll start at 38. Genesis 27:38. And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of the heavens above. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. So, that scripture right there tells you exactly who got the fatness of the earth, and by the sword he shall live. We all know that the so-called Caucasian, their weaponry is phenomenal to anybody on this earth. And the Most High gave him that blessing. As you see, Isaac, who is Yahushua in the reincarnation, if you could receive that, uh, gave him his blessing with the fatness of the earth and the sword. That growing up as a child, you couldn't help but to see Esau get everything, and like, wow, this guy, he's his face is on everything. He's Superman. He's all of the comic heroes. He painted himself as the Most High. I mean, his face is on everything. You know, every woman wanted to be with him. His woman was the face of beauty. So, hey, that time is coming to an end. And we're witnessing that right before our face. All right, grab some more scriptures. We'll grab Isaiah 14 and 21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. It's over. I can even go to 22. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith the Lord. So when you want to, I never put nobody into slavery. What does slavery have to do with me? It says right here in 21, for the iniquity of their fathers. You inherited all this, and you kept the perpetual hate going against the children of Israel, who are the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You continue that. If that was the case, you guys should empty out your bank accounts and give us what's due back. But you know what? We don't want your reparations, Esau. We don't want it. These, 2/3 niggards, they want the money. How could you want reparations with Ben Franklin face and Abe Lincoln and George Washington face on the money? How can you want reparations still going to, a place called Africa, named after Scipios Africanus? Everything has to be burnt up and melted. They've named everything after them. So that's why these nukes gotta fly and burn everything. Had to start all over. Like when you was a child and you playing a video game and the game not going your way, and you run over and push reset button and just reset the whole thing. That's what has to be done. And the Most High is going to push reset. He's going to use his son, Yahushua, and that reset button are going to be that red button, those nukes. Best believe it's going to happen. Let's grab another scripture. Ezekiel 25 and 14. Ezekiel 25 and 14. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people, personal pronoun, Israel. And they shall do in Edom according to my anger and according to my fury. And they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord. These are the holy scriptures right here, what you have in all your churches. Everywhere. You took our book and claimed it as yours. Even some dumb 2/3 niggas still think that this is the white man book. How can this be their book when it says this? But you know what? The Most High tricked everybody into making them. Because if he didn't trick them, the Most High is so beautiful. If he didn't trick everybody to thinking that this was this Caucasian's book, they would have hid this book from us. So, the spirit of holds them and fooled them into thinking that it's theirs. All right, let's grab another scripture. We're going to grab Jeremiah 49 and 8. No, that wasn't it. Yeah. We can grab that too. Well, Slovakia. Oh, no. 49 and 10. Slovakia. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not. That right there says a mouthful. Because with this internet, it's a two-edged sword for Esau. Because he makes a lot of money off of this internet with the advertisements, but it's also cutting him too. This internet is tearing him apart. All the secrets that you never knew, even the news, our history books, it would take months, probably years for certain news to come out. Now you get news right on the second, quicker than your network news. Network news is garbage. Anybody, you watch network news for your weather and, just to catch how much bullshit you can see coming from them. But it's so many people exposing this man, this nation, Esau, Edom, and all, pulling his skirt up above his head. I'm going to grab another scripture. Alright? Obadiah 1 and 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for a stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord have spoken it. So yeah, not only is time done, it's coming up on being ending here, but when we get into the kingdom of heaven, he's going to go into hardcore slavery, double than what he did to us. So, all of that, you don't want to, you should do unto others as you want them to do unto you. No, recompense is a righteous thing according to the Lord, and he has to pay for his sins. We pay. This is evident right here. We are at the bottom of all the nations. We are at the bottom. You look at your average Israelite, and people, skin their face up at us. You look at a black, Latino, Native American, those other nations look at them and skin their face up at them. A proverb of the earth. So, this is the Lord telling you, and this is something that your church, that your pastor pork chop is not going to tell you about. These scriptures don't come out in churches. Right? Let's grab another scripture. 2nd Esdras 6 and 9. Because you all have to know who your enemy is. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow. That's another mouthful of scriptures. We all know that Esau, he runs and controls this world. His face on everything. For you to get an airplane license, you have to speak English. You have to. It's mandatory that you speak English. Esau rules the world. If Esau was the Ishmaelites, who are the so-called Arabs, every woman will be wearing a head covering. Men will be wearing the same attire that the Arabs wear. He don't run the world. Esau, uh, fiat money, that controls everything of the world. You know. Grab another scripture. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Didn't we just read in Genesis 27 that he got the fatness of the earth? The scriptures is just what it is. It tells you clear as day who the wicked is, right? Go to also another scripture. Make this quick and straight to the point. Pure precision. Cuts. Psalm 109:15. This is speaking of the wicked. We all know who the wicked is. Set thou a wicked man over him. Let Satan stand at his right hand side. Everybody know who the devil is, right? That scripture tells you enough right there. Let his children continually vagabonds and beg, and let them seek their bread also out of their desolate places. We all know who the vagabond is according to Genesis 4:14. And that was Cain. And that mark was set upon him, and Esau is the reincarnation of Cain, if you could receive that. Right? Now we're going to go to 15. Let them be before the Lord continually, that he may cut off the memory of them from the earth. So this is beautiful. All the wickedness that this nation do to us. It's going to be a day where they not going to even be, you're not even remember them when we're in the kingdom of heaven. They're going to be cut off. Cut off from this place. The Lord is going to do that. And that's why this Bible is starting to become a dangerous weapon. You know, even your own Israelites, Jakes as we call them, because they have a Gentile state of mind. They're Israelites, but they don't claim their nationality. You know, so they're going to die right along with Esau, Edom, because they take Esau, Edom as they daddy. Don't say nothing bad about Massa. They have that mentality. It's such a beautiful thing to be liberated through these scriptures. You see these people just ruling and getting away with everything. Not being held accountable for nothing. This should make you feel good as an Israelite that, one day this nation of wicked people are going to be gone. And furthermore, I'm going to grab one more scripture to show you that they are the wicked, man. They always bragging about Alexander the Great. Esau, Edom, so-called Caucasians, they love them some Alexander the Great. I'm going to show you why they love him too. First Maccabees. We're just going to start at 7. You can read. This whole chapter is a great, of course the whole script, all the scriptures are great, but we're just going to get straight to the point. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died. His servants bare rule, every one in his place. After his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So this is when Alexander conquered the old world all over. Europe, Egypt, Asia, all those places, right? And after his death, they put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after many years. And evils were multiplied in the earth. And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus, the king, who had been in hostage at Rome, and he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks. And there you have it. So with that, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash, and Shalom.